Man, what's good, everybody? This is something November. I didn't come up with a topic for November or a hashtag, I should say, but we here.
Since November.
No, nothing November. I don't know, but tonight's topic is hindsight is 2020. The lessons we learned too late. Um, as you guys know, I try to make these topics kind of relevant with everyday life and things that we go through. And as some of you may know, I had a little hiccup at work today. So I thought hindsight is 2020 would be a good topic for tonight. What's up, Pooh?
What's going on, y'all?
Not much, not much. We got Rodney in the chat. We got Trisha Nicole in the chat. Hold on, we gotta give her the welcome to the live. We got Marie in the chat. Thank y'all all for
Hello,
joining.
Miss Marie. Thank you for joining.
Hey, I know that's right. All right, let's go ahead. We get into it.
Hey, boo.
All right. They say hindsight is 2020, meaning things always look clearer after they already happen. But why do we need to lose something, fail, or get hurt to finally see the truth? Tonight we're gonna dive into the lessons that only experience can teach, the ones that shape who we are today. Mm, mm. Oh man. What's up, Lafita? Thanks for joining. Uh, yeah, man. I was at work for a whole hour today when all this stuff happened, and they would not let me quit. And I had a whole lot of time to sit and think. And le- let's get into the talking points right after we shout out Shanice. Thank you for joining. Mike in the building. Thank you for joining. Sassy, thank you for joining. Kiss from Jay, thank you for joining. Appreciate all of y'all. I really do. We really do. I should say. Excuse me. All right. Um. I guess I need to read. Again, those just joining. The topic tonight is hindsight is 2020. The lessons we learned too late. All right. So we got the power of reflection. Looking back helps you see how far you've come. Mistakes aren't failures; they're feedback. Self awareness starts with acknowledging your past choices. Growth requires both accountability and compassion for yourself. Mm. Lisa J, thank you for joining. Jay with all cats talk about you better not quit. After all that ish we both went through, child. Period. Listen, Jay. I'll call you later, Jay. Like, I'll go watch my video. You do both. Think I okay, I got everybody. You know, we got a question, right? What's something from your past that you view completely different now? Uh Me, I don't like old cranky people anymore. And I'm not giving them no more the benefit of the doubt. Um I should have I should have never mind. Anybody else want to answer the question? Ooh,
Bailing on the first sign of trouble.
right.
And good
Mm,
evening, Tiff and Epipool, Yolanda, Elevated. I was gone for a second, but I'm back. I think that there have been plenty of times
Good
where
evening,
I
Miss
thought,
Yolanda. Good evening, Elevated. Good evening, Miss Tiff.
I know there have been plenty of times where I have not paid attention to the red flags that I saw early on and decided to either deal with the individual or go forward with plans, or decided to partner with someone in some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And because I knew what I saw, but felt like the person had potential, I ignored what I saw and proceeded, but not with the caution that would let me know this is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned basically to stop second guessing myself.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep. Tina strikes again. All right,
I
y'all.
like that. That's good.
Right.
I
Tina,
wanted to
Tina.
add, I wanted to say, I've
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I look differently and I try not to do is give things my energy that is not worth giving my energy and time to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Okay, we got Corey in the building. Sending you a strong Earth zap to your spaceship. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Um, Lafita said the way I react to things, and I already know it's not worth it. Dang, so you ain't gotta pinpoint me like that. Dang, dang. What's up, Jay?
Hey y'all.
How
Hey,
you doing?
Jay.
What's up? So
Hey,
I
Jay.
definitely wanted hey Tina. I definitely wanted to add to the conversation when it comes to that because I have a lot that I can say on this topic. I feel like when I was growing up, I always kind of felt like I was more so of the person that was always playing the back. And the only reason why was because I love being able to see people succeed. So I always used to feel when I was younger, like I'm talking about like my teenage to young adult years type thing. I
Mm-hmm.
always kind of felt like I was somebody's cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? Like always rooting them on and not really it was mainly because I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted for myself. But I knew that I was good at a lot of things and I'm multi-talented and I get that now. It was hard to pinpoint what I wanted because I was good at dang near everything that I did. So it was hard for me to understand like this one thing is the thing that makes it for me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I realized like as I was getting older that me continuing to put other people first and to help them shape their futures, it never helped me to shape mine, and it never helped me to understand what it is that I wanted to do. So something that I ended up learning was I had to leave people alone when it comes to that. Like I can cheer people on, which is something I will always do because that's literally just installed into me and I really enjoy helping people and pushing people forward. But I
Right.
also have to remember me, you know, and I feel like with me pushing people and stuff like that or cheering people on, I would make it like 100% about them and nothing about me. Like I would be left out, but I wouldn't feel left out, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing anything for myself. And that's what makes me left out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's good.
That's very good. Okay, everybody speaking. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So next up, we got when lessons come too late. The hardest lessons often arrive when the damage is already done. We don't truly learn until it hurts enough to change us. Some opportunities don't circle back. That's why awareness matters. Pain is temporary, but the wisdom it gives lasts forever. Yeah.
Yes, I
Uh,
definitely agree with that. That's like, I feel like everybody has been in this placement at one point of their life or multiple times. For me, definitely multiple times. You know what
mhm,
I'm saying? And opportunities and situations really is a one time thing. You'll be blessed to have something like that circle back around and be able to give you a second chance for the same opportunities. Because
mm,
sometimes when something like that happens and you get that opportunity, it may not be at the same level as it was before because now that person probably doesn't like they probably have something to probably take the place of what you was gonna be, but you can still like be there. You're just gonna be like the second instead of the first, which you would have gotten if you would have went with it the first time. But
mm,
honestly, I feel like a lot of that has to do with self doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like if people were to trust in themselves more, you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? They would be able to have those opportunities. But at the same time, a lot of those opportunities and things that happen like that, you're supposed to get those lessons. Sometimes those lessons is to help humble you. Sometimes those lessons is to connect you with other people. Sometimes you may miss something that may seem like a blessing, but really it was something for it can be the smallest thing. It could be the smallest thing that later on down the line you'll realize turned into something huge. And you realize this small thing was actually the main thing. You just didn't know what was going on behind the scenes because of how things work. But I think it's amazing for people to be aware of what's going on so that they're able to use these things to add to their life and structure them, you know.
Yep. Shout out to DJ Skills. Appreciate you for joining. He said, "Who's or what's to say that a lesson, quote unquote, came too late? Timing is just what it is, for a reason or a season." Ooh, yo, you right.
That's good.
You
I mean,
right.
that's true too, but
You right.
sometimes if you allow yourself to wait too long, you could have learned the lesson earlier. And because of you being lazy or because of you being inconsistent, you learn it way later.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes ego, pride,
Mm-hmm.
stubbornness, things
Mm-hmm.
of that nature keeps you from getting to a place that you need to be mentally, because you'll always arrive where you need to arrive. But what mindset will you have when you get there? Is the question. Because a lot of times we can get the thing that we've been praying for, wishing for, hoping for,
Mm-hmm.
working towards. But if we have the wrong attitude,
Yeah.
and that does not change, and you have things that challenge that attitude, challenge your ego, challenge, that stubbornness in you. And if you don't concede to opening up your mind to understanding something different about the situation, a lot of times you fumble the bag. You fumble whatever the thing that has been placed in your hands. You don't get the fullness of the thing that has come into your life. That is no different than having a bad attitude about marriage or having a bad attitude about relationships. If you hung up on this person did me so wrong and the next one is too, by the time you get the good thing that comes to you, that is the thing that fits your life, or the thing or the person rather that fits your life, understands you, can be there for you in so many different ways, you end up chasing them off just because of the wrong attitude that you have and that you keep and maintain.
Damn.
Oh, girl.
That's good right
Yeah.
there.
That's
Hold
Mm-hmm.
on.
heavy.
Tina gotta take a 10-second time out. Like, I feel attacked.
Yes, that's
I
what I'm
feel
talking about because
attacked.
that really is what it is. Sometimes
Mm,
it be crazy because it people, especially females, have been in relationships where they feel like they was running ish to the point that when they get older and they ain't got nobody, they kind of want to run back to somebody else and they can't have them no more. They realize that they was probably being mean to this person when they really shouldn't. So when they finally do get that guy, they're acting completely different. You know what I'm saying? A lot of females have been in in that position, and a lot of men, and just people in general. But I feel like when it comes to relationships, it just kind
mhm.
of hits harder in that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that is so crazy. Tina,
Mm.
you gotta write a book, child.
I
Cause
swear.
girl,
I'm telling
you know
you.
what I'm
I
saying?
swear. Like,
Yeah.
uh, Lisa said, a smart person learns from his mistakes, but a truly wise person learns from the mistakes of others. Yep, that
The
part.
unfortunate thing about that statement, because I love that statement and I believe in that, Miss Lisa, but getting young people to believe in that, they nowadays it's want to live my own life. I have to make my own mistakes. Why don't you let me make my own mistakes? When it's like, I don't even know why you want to go through the struggle. I am trying
Right.
to save you from the struggle because we've been there, we done that, and it's not going to be any different for you. So why not learn from someone else's mistake?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely feel you on that, but when it comes to peers, I think it's different because I can tell and it also kind of depends on how you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, my mom, she's old school as heck. And then on top of that, she's African as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So when she tells me something, I'm going to be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really going to like move too much. But when someone that's around my age that I know goes through kind of the same things, it don't necessarily have to be the same things, but just the understanding of their mindset. You know what I'm saying? It will make me listen more because I understand that you really get it. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, the reason why, for some reason, like when it comes to my mom, I would be like, I don't know, because sometimes you'd be moving funny. So I know this didn't work out because of how you did this and you did this. I can already calculate all the different things that if I would have done it, it wouldn't have went that way. So, sweetheart, please, thank you, but no, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Right. My bad, y'all. Um, it ain't too far back in the chat. DJ Skill said, I didn't become a homeowner until I was 48. I used to believe I was late in the game, but if I would have gotten it earlier, it wouldn't have been the same. I learned what I needed at the point in my life when I was way more mature in many ways, especially financially. Very, very
I
valid
feel that
point.
for sure. I remember
Very
when I got my first apartment, I feel like I was late in the game. But when I got my first apartment, I was 23. But a lot of people that was in Atlanta was getting their apartments when it was like 18. And it made me feel like I was behind. But I
Mm,
realized that I actually didn't know nothing about no money management or anything. So I really did have to, just like how Tina was saying, sometimes it is more so of a mindset check to get you in the right place because who knows what could happen with that apartment. I could have been around the wrong people to just damage it and mess up everything that I have going on in my adult years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Um, the struggles make us appreciate the latter accomplishments, in my humble opinion. I know for a life fact. Very true. Very true.
Sometimes the lessons that we learn on our own has a tendency to hold more value because you get to experience the pain and the pain stays with you. It
Mm-hmm.
marks you inwardly. That's no different than they tell you don't touch the stove. You know, your parents tell you it's hot. It's hot. It reminds me of that meme of the kid with the parent, that was trying to give them the pot that was hot. And the first thing she said is hot under the bottom. And all the girl kept doing over and over again was trying to stick her hand out to grab the pot from
Mm-hmm.
underneath, even though she kept saying it's hot under the bottom. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think about that, sometimes it takes that singe, it takes that burn. And sometimes we walk away with scars from things because that's the only way we're going to have the muscle memory not to touch it, not to be a part of it. Just being honest, it took me, um, I had gotten shot, pew pewed, and still was in the streets. I'm just being honest. But it took some other things that happened in my life where I was like, you know what? I don't want nothing else to do with this right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to come out of these streets. And so, but it took that because I had plenty of people was like, I don't want to read about you in the newspaper. I don't want to see you on the news.
Right.
But it took some of those personal experiences to where I was like, you know what? Ain't nobody got to tell me nothing else. I'm coming out of here.
All right. Okay.
Oh, Tina,
What's up? Ed?
girl, I know you know that your interview coming up, girl. We going to need a story time on that. You feel me? Yeah. What's up, Coach?
Hey,
You tickle
everybody,
me.
what's up, y'all?
Go on,
Hey,
court.
coach.
What's up, Guan?
All right. All right. What's up, Mimi? I see you in the chat. Pardon the lateness. What's up, Yvette? Thank y'all for joining. See, Tina, you already got pre-orders for your book. Now you gotta go write it. See that?
Mhm.
I'm buying a copy too.
I'm buying two, one for my house and one for the road.
I know that's right.
I'm gonna need you to use some less SAT words though, if you don't mind.
Get it
Okay, he
together.
said we need the
Get it this
regular
shot.
Tina
We need
version
we
and
need
then
the dumbed down
the
version.
Wait,
dumbed
hold
down
on. Wait, you got
the
to remember
Tina
that
for
when
Dummies version.
when I'm reliving my events, I wasn't talking like this. So
Okay,
you're
cool.
gonna get
I'm
the
down. I'm
raw
with it.
of what I
I'm
was
with it.
experiencing at that time.
We
I'm
here.
with it. I'm with it.
Whoa!
I'm
I
with
gotta rewrite some questions, child.
Oh Lord, no. Oh,
Yep, personal experiences and God Almighty's grace and mercy. Do not confuse that for blessings. God don't bless no mess. I'm just saying.
hold
That part.
on. Wait.
Oh,
Hold on. Because he was a present help in the time of trouble.
Say that again.
While if I do understand the concept of he doesn't bless mess, but if he didn't get in my mess, I would have never gotten out of it. That's the
Say
blessing.
that
mm,
exactly. That part.
mm.
That is a complete fact. I love
Man.
that so much because that is completely real. And I think that God is
Mm,
literally with us through everything, mess and all, because He knows all of that is what's going to help to structure us, to make us to be the person that He needs us to be able to face certain things and to do certain things and make certain decisions that's going to be a domino effect onto someone else's life and someone else's life. And that's literally how it works.
Right.
mhm. Okay.
I agree with the grace and mercy. That's what it was. Absolutely. But I just don't want people to negate the fact that, I understand the I understand the concept and the
Mhm,
background as it pertains to people saying God don't bless no mess. But sometimes it's the lesson in the mess that you have to receive that you cannot receive
mhm,
until you go through the mess. It's certain things you just do not learn while you're sitting over there being wonderful. While you're sitting over there with your legs crossed, the twiddling your thumbs. It's those places where you get the opportunity to see the worst of life and come out of the worst in life, and like this topic says, be able to use the hindsight of which is 2020 to have a clear vision of what you just came out of. You
Yeah.
don't get that until you come out of it. So
mhm,
absolutely there is grace, absolutely there is mercy, but there is also a testimony being formed in the middle of that mess too.
Yes, it is.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Literally, testimonies don't happen just because you're in a good situation. Testimonies happen to bring you out of that situation. And exactly what you said is exactly how it be. We be hearing so many people that be in the worst places in life that literally somebody else that could let me tell y'all, right? So let me tell y'all, my bishop at church, he travels on missions and when he goes to Africa every year. One year, he was supposed to be leaving Liberia and coming back to America when he got a phone call from a pastor that was in, what's it called again? That was in, I forgot the place name. I forgot the name of the place, but it was
mhm,
somewhere in Liberia. It was just like not in the place that he usually be at or whatever. So they called him like the day before he was supposed to get on his flight, and they told him that he has to come over to their church and preach or whatever. The thing about them was that all of them, they only spoke French, right? So
mhm,
he ended up getting on the plane and he went over there. It was what was it? Dang, I can't remember the name. Anyway, he ended up getting on the plane and he went over to the place that they told him to go to. And he said he was skeptical because he didn't have an interpreter or anything like that. But for some reason, he knew that he was supposed to go there. God just was telling him in his mind. He just felt it in his soul that he was supposed to go there. He needed to go there. And while he's like on his way, God would figure it out. As long as he just makes his way there, everything will be figured out. So he makes it to the airport. He has all these French people like at the airport, and they're all telling him hi and all that extra stuff, and he doesn't know what they're saying. So he ends up seeing this man that was standing outside the airport, like asking for change. And this man, he said he described the man as being like a drunk man. Like the man was drunk, like his clothes was dirty, almost like a homeless man, but not exactly. Like someone that knows what they're doing, but they just drunk, child, and they just living their best life or whatever. So the crazy thing about it, he went up to the man because he found out that that man spoke English and he spoke French. So he told that man, he was like, "You're gonna be my interpreter. You're gonna come with me to this church." And he was like, "Me? Like I'm drunk. Look at the clothes that I'm wearing, all type of stuff like that." You know what I'm saying? So he took that man and he took him to the church while he was looking like that, and he was able to interpret for him. he had to be there for like a few days. So the very next day, he told the man that he needed him again. But this time, when he went to go and pick up the man was like he had cleaned himself up. He wasn't drunk because he didn't drink at all. And on top of that, he had some other people that was able to speak English and French to come with him to help him interpret. Like everything that he needed, he literally got out of this drunk man. And this man was like, you would like people look at things and they don't think that because it doesn't look the way that they want it to look, that it can't be something to bless them. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so crazy. Like, I don't know. I just kind of have to tell that story, child.
Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it.
That
You're
was,
welcome.
yeah, that was.
It's
I
just
did,
crazy because I just kind of feel like sometimes people don't look at they look at the packaging instead of what's inside of it. You know what I'm saying? That you can
oh,
use that as far as anybody, like people, like
oh,
situations, all of that. Like it's
Yeah.
so crazy. You know what I'm saying? People really look at the packaging of something and they don't pay attention to what's inside is going to be something that's a blessing to you. But I don't know. I forgot. There was something I was trying to tie this to, but I forgot what it was, child. Whatever.
It's okay.
Well, no, you're absolutely right with that statement of people don't look at the packaging. My experience with that would be when I was overweight. And, I go to the African American clubs and I was, pretty much a wallflower. But once I stepped out of my comfort zone and one of my homegirls, Yolanda, was like, hey, let's go salsa dancing. And I was like, I don't salsa dance and I don't speak Spanish. And she was like, I promise you, you'll have a really good time. Let's go.
mhm.
And I started going salsa dancing with my friend Yolanda. Still don't speak Spanish today, but that's what kind of sparked my growth, weight loss journey was salsa dancing. I lost probably 50 pounds just
Wow,
salsa dancing and still don't know Spanish,
wow.
That's
yeah,
that's awesome.
but I can do a mean merengue.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Come on, get my music. Suavemente,
Where, yo,
baby.
Come on,
where
give us the
Lily at?
1-2. Come on, real quick.
Kilo, mi gente.
I know that's right. I,
Oh, you're not
uh,
gonna do it? All right. All right.
I, um, yeah, but homeless man directly taught me how to hustle. I would see him day and night, which taught me why shouldn't I be working day and night and I have a job during that time in my life. Yeah. Supreme's in the background. Thank you for joining. Shout out to anybody I missed. I saw a girl dad. Thank you for joining. All right. So no, we got questions. Was there ever a situation you wish you could redo, knowing what you know now? Yeah, like
Hmm.
I would have talked I would have talked so much more crap to old dude today at work. I would have like sorry. Oh, I would have talked so much crap.
I mean, honestly, for me, when it comes to situations like that, sometimes I do look back on situations because I just know my potential. And I just kind of feel like maybe if I would have done such and such, I would be in a different like predicament. You know what I'm saying? Like things would have been different if I would have done this or done that. But it's crazy because you never know where you would end up. You know, you
Right.
just never
Mm-hmm.
know what's gonna happen. Like if I was to be like if I want to go back and I change that and I was able to change that, I wouldn't even know y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because who knows? I probably wouldn't have even been doing YouTube. I probably wouldn't
Mhm.
even be married. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
probably would have had kids right now. You know what I'm saying? Like who knows? Like it's crazy because when you go and you change one thing, everything behind that changes. You can't change that one thing and expect everything to be the same because you want things to change. If you want to go back and you actually change one thing, you want the outcome of your life to also change. So people can't look at it and be like, I just want to change that, but I want to come back to where I am right now. How does that even make sense? What's the point of
It's
going back
not
and changing it
right.
if you ain't got nothing changed in your life? You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right.
Like, it's crazy.
You're right.
I think that I agree with there, but I also think it's situational because if I could change anything at all, I probably wouldn't have let my daughter go out for her birthday um, to never come home. So, yeah, if I could change anything in life, even though she was an adult, I would have 100% um, stuck with my intuition and the feeling that I had. That's the reason why I believe that my granddaughter is here today, because she wanted to take her daughter with her. And I told her no. And I stood on that and told her no. And she was really upset with me. And I think that that's a reason why she didn't come home. Um, but if I could change anything, I would change that, because that time that she was gone, somebody took her life.
Mm.
It's
My
so
condolences to.
crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Tiff. And I
Yes,
most
ma'am.
certainly.
So, and I wouldn't want anything in my life to be different. My life isn't great, but it's not imperfect. But that would be the only thing that, I'm not looking to change anything for me, but I would be looking to change that for my granddaughter, because she is the person ultimately that lost.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
I don't know if I would change anything in in my life in particular. Uh, I think everything kind of happens the way it's supposed to happen. Even the bad things,
Right.
right? They happen for a greater purpose, and sometimes we don't know what that purpose is at the time. Maybe not until many years later. Um, but I do believe that everything happens for a reason. Like even the most terrible things, and I'm speaking from as a bereaved mother. I lost my daughter. You know what I mean? And she was only 6. And some people would say, "How can you say that? How can you say that that happened for a purpose?" But her time on earth, it was done. Her assignment was done.
Mm.
And who are we to question God? Who are we?
And it's interesting that you say that, Coach, because a friend of mine, she reminded me, she said, when we were younger, we would say, what we wanted in life when we would grow up. And she was like, you would always say, I want to get married and I want 2 kids, a boy and a girl. And I would prefer if they were twins. And now, when my daughter was taken away, I was pregnant. So, my son and my granddaughter, they are both in the same grade. She just turned 9, but they were 8 together. They will graduate high school together. They are being raised together as brother and sister. And so she reminded me, she was like, so even though it wasn't the way that you wanted to receive your blessing, you still received what you asked for.
And yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say, Tiff. Like we, you know how we be praying for stuff. You need to get real specific because you're
Yeah.
gonna get what you asked for, but it might not be packaged the way you want
The
it to
way
be.
you wanted it. Yep.
Yeah, that is so
That
crazy, but
is
that's
life.
so true.
That's
That
so
makes sense.
true. Like you
That
like,
makes
I want this or I want that, or even with all of us that are content creators that say I want my channel to grow and I want this and that, but that comes with it comes with stuff. And
it
can you
does.
handle that? I always ask, are you ready for that?
Right.
You know
It
what I'm
does.
saying? Like we got to be careful what you pray for, and just know that you gonna get it, but is it gonna be how you wanted it?
that's that that's so true.
It's
Uh,
very true. It's so true.
reminded me of being little and going to school, and next door to the school was a school of children with special needs. I remember getting off the bus, looking at the kids coming off the bus with different disabilities. I was little. I don't know, maybe 6, 7,
Mm.
and I didn't say that on purpose, but um, I remember saying, I want to work with kids like that, and then having a child with special needs. I didn't think about it till one day my daughter was in crisis, and I was just crying. And that moment, as a little girl, came back when I said, I want to work with kids like that. I'm thinking in my head as a little girl, being a teacher. I was a teacher, just a mama.
Mm.
Mm,
You're
yeah,
the ultimate
with
teacher. The
yeah.
ultimate teacher is a
of
mother.
children with special needs.
Mm,
So you guys, I just wanted to share that.
But it's interesting and it helps you. It does help, like when you're going through the tough times. Just think about that. Like this, it's God. This is He gave you an assignment, so that means that He knows that you can handle this assignment.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to everybody joining the chat. I saw SBK. I saw Get It Together Wellness. I saw Just Danielle. Thank y'all for joining. Anybody I missed, thank you. Mm, ah. Um, Next, we got patterns, cycles, and growth. Repeated lessons mean you're ignoring something. Familiar pain often signals an unlearned truth. Growth happens when you stop blaming and start changing. The goal isn't perfection, it's breaking the pattern. Oof. Yeah.
Ooh.
I think that the right patterns do cause you to experience growth, especially if you're willing to change patterns,
Yes.
change your habits, and then you get the opportunity to see the maturation in the change of your habits.
Hmm.
I had a little problem with speeding. Like to speed. Couple years, long, more than a couple years ago, good 15, 20 years ago, I used to like to speed. And so I'd gotten a position, a sales position, and I'd been in sales and I had been faithfully driving around this busted up, or it wasn't even busted up, but it just didn't have no heat in it. And y'all know I live in Colorado, and I'd been driving around this Ford Explorer with no heat between Colorado and Utah.
Mm.
And so my company merged with another company, and the company got us company cars. And I was literally getting a company car, a brand new company car, every 50,000 miles. I would get a new car delivered to my house, like brand new, off the lot. I would be the first person to put gas in it, right? Um, and I don't believe that I would have received that blessing if I did not allow myself to be pruned from the lesson of speeding, because God gave me that blessing and gave me new cars, and I was still out here in these streets speeding. And then he had to humble me one day and he had to sit me down. Now, he didn't take everything from me, but he definitely humbled me. And that's the reason why I don't speed anymore. So one day I get a call from my boss, and they're telling me that, the fleet management company has ran my driver's license, and I have too many points on my license.
Uh,
Hmm. Because now, even though my license was not at stake of getting taken, they calculate everything times three and they go back 3 years. So everything that I had done was over amplified, and I had just gotten a ticket, and that's the reason why they were running my information. So they tell me, look, you got to have points removed from your license. Have you ever heard of anybody get points removed from their license? So they
Yes.
like, you got to get points removed from your license. You have
Right.
1 week in order to accomplish this. And if you don't, then you either have to find another position if there's another open position that doesn't require driving, or you no longer have a job. This is the only time that my job had ever been at stake. And because they were in a different state, they were like, you know, you have to go home, park your car. So the first thing I did was go to church and talk to my dad. Boy, I had to go and talk to Pastor Tom. And Pastor Tom came up with a plan. And I followed through on Pastor Tom's plan. And believe it or not, I was at church. It was February 9th because it was my birthday. So I remember it clearly.
Wow.
And a fax came through from the Glenwood Springs Police Department, because that's where I would always get hit at, in the mountains. And the judge sent a letter saying that he was going to remove 2 points from my license. So the ticket that I had just got and went to court, pled it out, he said, I'm going to go ahead and remove this ticket from your license, because what my pastor told me to do was go to the DMV, get your motor vehicle report, and you are going to call every court that you ever got a ticket in, and you are going to state your case to them. If you got to go up there, I will take you up there, but you need to call every court that you ever got a ticket in.
Wow.
And that's what I did. And he was the only DA that was like, why not? And yeah, so I learned my lesson though from speeding. And also within that speeding, I went to jail on that. So I went to jail on speeding. I almost
Oh,
lost
you a
my
reckless
job on
driver.
speeding. Huh?
Reckless driving, huh?
No, just speeding. I
Yeah.
went to Vegas, got caught going 5 miles over the speed limit, and never went back to Vegas and paid the
Oh,
ticket,
okay.
and got put in jail. Yeah.
Okay.
Bill Clinton was president. Yeah. So, but I learned my lesson from speeding, and because of that, God continued to bless me.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad that all of that was able to happen, because look at the position you're in now, and you've been at your job for years.
Mhm.
And I started in customer service, and like I said, I don't have a college degree.
Mhm.
Awesome.
How that makes me wish that sometimes I would have been able to keep the job that I had when I was living in Indianapolis, child, because oh my God, that still to this day was one of the best jobs I had, even though it was a 9 to 5. It didn't really feel like it. I was working at a call center and I was making so much money. I literally was making dang near like $8,000 to $10,000 a month. But I was only 23 years old and I didn't know what to do with that money. All that money was really being spent on like trees and gas and food. Literally, I wasn't doing nothing with that money.
Jay, was y'all taking advantage of people in the call center? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Was y'all scamming people?
Jay, that's why I started as a call center.
Oh my. Jay was scamming people.
She was
Don't
not.
ever try me. I was not scamming
She
nobody. I
was
was doing what
not.
I was supposed to do. Thank you. I was
They
just doing
it
it
was
the
like, listen,
best. I was doing it the
want
best.
you want a sweepstakes, you just had to send us $1,000 so we can release your
Hell
funds.
no, that's not the type of call center I was at. I would never work at a call center
I'm
like
just
that. I was
playing.
working at a medical billing and coding. And
Uh,
I love that because you actually got the service already and you have to pay for your service. I prefer that. I would never work at no type of call center where you selling knives and doing stuff like that. I don't like stuff like that because I don't want to beg people for nothing. I want to tell you, hey, you got your service already. You got to pay for it. I prefer a job like that if I'm doing a call center. That's the only type of call center I work at.
You are absolutely messy.
You said, what? Are you talking to yourself, telling yourself that you're messy?
No, Yolanda said I'm messy.
Oh,
I
she ain't
understand where you're
lying.
coming from. I understand where you're coming from, Lady J, because I didn't like cold calling either, especially when I worked in call centers and things of that nature. It's something else to have to call someone and ask them, if they're willing to purchase your product, and all you do is end up getting cussed out.
Right.
Um,
That part.
yeah,
Right,
I
that's
Yeah, I
don't.
never
literally
had
what
to
it
do
is. Because
outbound.
people are gonna be like, "I ain't got money for all that. Who told you I wanted that?" That's why I never wanted to work at a call center like that. I was happy to always be in a call center where it was having to deal with your medical bills because it goes onto your credit, and eventually, if you don't want to pay it now, you're gonna pay it later, and that's literally what it always ends up turning out to be. You know what I'm saying? Especially for people that wanted to always have good credit. So I always loved it for that reason.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't.
Medical bills don't
I don't
matter.
even like talking on the
They
phone.
really
So
don't,
I couldn't do
but
it.
sure.
Medical bills don't matter on your credit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
but some
gonna
people they
say
do care when it comes to their credit because they want their points to be at a certain place. You know what I'm saying? So those type of
That's
people, yeah,
me.
those type of people, they made me good money. You feel me? Yeah. So I was happy for that. I just wish I had better money management at 23 years old, child.
but you learned.
Well,
You
we
learned.
can teach you that one, Jay.
Well, yeah, I mean that's not really an issue. Well, child, I ain't gonna say that's not an issue, man. It's not that much of a problem. Like if I had that type of income right now, I would definitely be doing it much more different. Like I was 23. I'm
Yeah,
32. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely been a lot that I have went through when it comes to that. That's just I'm not one thing, I'm not trying to be up in nobody 9 to 5, not kicking nobody 9 to 5. I'm just like more so focused on I want to be able to work and move on my own. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? That's why I want to be able to do my nail stuff. That's why if I'm gonna do anything else outside of that, it would be like Lyft because that kind of feels like working for myself. And then YouTube, which is already paying me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I literally have only been getting paid how much now? I think it's been like October.
four
I don't know.
months.
Yeah, it's been like 4 months now. And each month I've been going up like a tier
Yeah,
in my amount. You know what I'm saying? Like the first month I got like I think it was 150. The second month was like
Mhm.
it was one something, but it was more than the first month. The third month was two something. And this month or well, basically October, I made
nice.
400 and something. So this
Yeah,
month I plan on making 500 and something, and every
yeah.
month I want to go up another 100. So
Mm.
yeah.
Miss J, I still challenge you because I wasn't making money when I got qualified to buy a house. I just started making money in the latter part of my life. Even though I've been at my company for a long time, I was still broke. There was times where I had to have my boss's church buy me groceries because I couldn't even afford to buy myself groceries. I was broke. So I'm telling you, there are things that you can do in order to build your credit and not have a 9 to 5. You don't have to have a 9 to 5, but right now you got a little ching ching coming in. So I'm going to tell you,
Mhm.
go to your bank or a bank, even if it's not your bank, and get yourself established with a prepaid credit card. A prepaid credit card. Now, it does suck because you are going to have to use your own money in order to get that set up. But it's all about investing in yourself. So, whether it be $250, whether it be $500, take that prepaid card and take that money, go and get yourself a prepaid card and start to utilize that prepaid card instead of your cash. That is
Yeah.
the first thing I tell people is get rid of a debit card. Why use your own money when you can use somebody else's money? But when you're trying to get to that point, you do have to use your own money, but you have to do it smart.
Yeah.
So get yourself a prepaid credit card. Use that to pay your phone bill. Use that to pay your electricity bill. Use that to pay all of the bills that you can use to pay it. The only thing you can't pay with it is going to be rent. And then when you get your money, you are going to pay that credit card back. The first time you do it, if you can, go
Pay the whole
use
thing.
the card, max it out, pay it off. You don't
Yeah.
have to wait until the end of the month to pay it off. Pay it off in 48 hours. Now your money is back on there. You can spend again. What that is going to do is it is going to slowly start to ting and show the credit bureau agency that you have the ability to pay that money. And that is what is now going to allow for other credit card companies to say, oh, okay, well, she has a Visa, because when they look at it, they don't always know that it's a prepaid credit card. It's also going to be better for you when you travel, boo, because like when you get a
And rent
rental car,
a
if
car.
you have a debit card, they take the deposit out of your money. So now you thought you had $1,000 to go on vacation with, but that rental car took $250 deposit. So now you're left with $750. But
Now
if you have
they
a
talk about
credit
that.
card, that money is still there. And even if it's a prepaid credit card, they see it as a real credit card. So they don't pull the 250 off of it. They just check it. That's it. So start with a prepaid credit card. You don't have to go to a 9 to 5. You don't have to make $100,000 a year, and you can have good credit. The investment starts with you. You have to be willing to make it. I bought my house with nothing, but I had 12 years worth of receipts from every time I would go and pay my rent. All I had was the deposit slip from the bank. I would never just mail my money. I would take it to her bank. I would turn my money in. They would give me the deposit slip. And my landlord even taught me this. She said, you keep them all so that when you are ready to go and buy a house, you can actually show them that as proof of payment. And I used 12 years. Literally, I walked into that place with a Ziploc bag, and all I had was a $500 Visa credit card and a Ziploc bag with 12 years full of receipts showing that I paid my rent on time and got qualified for a house.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel you. And I know about the prepaid credit card. I knew about that from before. And I also knew that because Supreme had also touched on that as well. So, yeah, that is something that I'm going to be looking into. I just haven't done it yet. And it's been so long since he had reminded me about that. And I think you was there too. You was telling me also about that before. But yeah, I definitely need to work on my credit for sure.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, and I'm
it really,
also waiting for these classes that Elevator said he's doing more when it comes to the stocks and things.
it really
I'll
helps.
help anybody with credit. I love to help people with credit because once you start seeing those little numbers jump up, it's like saving for me. You know, when I see
Like
my
a
bank account
picture, yeah.
increase, when I see my credit score
Yeah,
increase, it's an adrenaline rush for me, boy.
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you, but that prepaid credit card, you'll change yourself in 14 days, guaranteed.
yeah,
And
I
it
need to
really
do that
helps.
for sure.
It really helps. This past weekend, I had to rent a car, and there was another woman in the rental place trying to rent a car, and she had a debit card. And the you know what the damn hold was going to be? It was they wanted $750
Ooh.
for her to rent a car, and here
Sheesh.
I am. You know, because on my I get points on mine, so mine was pretty much free. I can That's why I do that. I keep my
Mhm.
card and I'm trying to preserve my car as long as possible, y'all, because I don't want no car note. And I
Mhm.
can go and rent a car like it's nothing because of credit. So it really does help you in little things, and you don't have to be rich to have a good credit score. You just have to be responsible. That's
Yep.
it. But
Yep.
make sure get y'all a credit. If you don't have a credit card, at least have one that you can use for certain things. And what Tiff
Yep.
is saying is 100% right.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I feel that. And I'm definitely gonna. I need to do my best to really like get on that because I be saying, yeah, I'm gonna get on it, and then I always get into other things. But I really do need to do that for real.
And technically, with a credit card, you have 76 days to pay it back. Don't ever do that. But
Don't do
technically,
that. Don't do that. And when you can, just pay the balance off. Like, don't do the
yes.
minimum payment. Like, pay the balance off because you have the credit again. So you're paying it off, but then you can use the card. You know what I'm saying?
Revolving credit.
Yeah.
Yes. But then you're going to eventually get to the point to where now your credit score is high enough to where you can apply for a regular credit card where you don't have to
Mhm.
put any money up to back it. And now they're going to be like, oh, okay, you got good payment history. We're going to give you a $5,000 credit card. But
Right.
during that time with that prepaid card, you have to learn good behaviors. And
Yep.
then the other beautiful blessing about that is once as an adult you get those good behaviors, if you can, um keep
Mhm.
them. And it's because you can then pass that down to your kids.
Yep.
If your kid turned 12 years old, you could put them on your American Express. You got A1
Authorized
credit.
users.
Now
Yep.
out
Yeah,
the gate,
so
your kid at 18, 20, they got an 850. They got a 900 credit score
yeah.
because you have utilized your good credit to give them good credit. They ain't got to start at a zero.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
True.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Shout out to everybody joining. So fantastic. I saw
It's
Dan,
fantastic.
Tulu.
Mm-mm.
Uh, Anybody I missed, I'm sorry. But thank y'all for tuning in. We got us a nice little live stream here. I like these.
Yeah.
Y'all like talk about money, huh?
Yeah, credit is, listen, once you
Ain't
learn,
nothing like that 5% cash back, boy.
you could pay for your flights. Like, man,
Yeah,
Do
you
you
really
know that
can.
work
some
on your credit.
companies, like
Work on your credit, guys.
your cable bill company, they will give you a discount on your cable bill if you pay your cable bill with a certain credit card. Most companies give you discounts on your services, 10, 15, 20% off, just if you set up reoccurring payments on your credit card. So it's a way to live cheaply.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Yeah, you feel me? Fantastic. That's for real, for real. Like
Untouched.
I wish they would teach a lot of different things in school. Like I feel like people would be way better off, especially since the reason of them going into
Always
school
pay.
is to literally prepare them for the world or for like their adulthood. I feel like they teach them nothing but crap in school. Like most of the stuff that I learned in school, I haven't never used since I got out of school. So what was the point of me like learning all of that? Basically, was it more so of a way of you babysitting and calling it like something, you know what I'm saying? Trying to just advance my mind because I really feel like I could have learned more watching YouTube and just knowing
amen.
the certain things that I wanted to achieve and watching the certain things that I know was going to get me to those positions or that mindset or whatever.
Right.
Because child, like what? Nowadays, I feel like the kids are much more luckier because unlike us, we didn't have cell phones back then and stuff like that, but they do. So they are much brighter in the mind when it comes to certain things. But back then, child, no, it wasn't
So
like that for us.
so Jay,
I think
since you've been out of school, you've never used the Pythagorean theorem?
Hell the fuck no. I'm sorry. I know you're
so.
trying to
This
be more clean, but yeah.
Nah, I feel you
Tina
though.
might be able, I don't even know, Tina might not be able to relate to this. I think that they took all of the practical skills out of school. That's the problem. Because when I was in school, I took Future Homemakers of America. I took Future
Exactly.
Business Leaders of America.
Which
We had
yeah.
ROTC in
Yeah.
school. I took
Mhm.
Auto Shop in school. I learned how
Exactly.
to fix
Yeah,
cars,
they need
take
to
off
have.
tires. I did jewelry making in school. They took all of those things out of school, and now you have to pay for them. And I'm with you, Jay. What do you learn in high school?
Honestly, another thing too is the stuff that they teach you down south is completely different from what they teach
It
you up
is.
north. Because
Yeah,
I've been
it
to
is.
school in Georgia, but I also been to school in South Dakota, and I've been to school in Minnesota. You feel
Oh
me?
God.
So I know the difference of when it comes to it, and it's just like when I was in Minnesota. I was able to actually take cooking classes, even though they have that out here. But it was like they didn't give it to you at a certain, like in a certain grade and stuff like that. They waited until you was like a junior or a senior or whatever. But I did that in ninth grade. You know what I'm saying? And we also had this one class that kind of taught you how to protect yourself. It was like some type of like self defense class. I thought that was pretty cool. Like I was in that. I actually really enjoyed that. I thought that was fly. And it's cool because the teacher that was actually teaching that class, she been in some type of like domestic violence type of situation, and that's what got her into teaching and wanting to be able to like start her own class that was like that, and they was able to allow her to teach that at the school, at the high school, as like an actual class. And I thought that was really fly. We even went to the jail on a field trip and stuff like that. It was so cool. Like I really
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
straight.
But nah, like you learn a lot of different things. And on top of that, the schools down south are actually ahead of the schools that's up north. I noticed that too. Because when I had to transfer from schools to like Minnesota from Georgia, I was supposed to be like in the next grade, but I was learning stuff that I've already learned in the previous grade when I was in Georgia. Like they was like behind a year or two. That's another thing that I noticed too.
Mm. Academics is unfortunately different in every school system, even in the same regions, cities versus suburbs.
That's a fact though.
Yeah.
When I was going to school, we did some of the same things that Tis was talking about. We had the home economics, we had the shop class,
Mm-hmm.
we had all of those things. We learned how to sew, we learned how to make pottery, we learned how to do all of those things. They took a lot of that. We learned how to balance checkbooks, we learned how to do
Yep.
accounting. You know what I'm saying? We learned shorthand. We learned a lot of skills that they no longer teach
We
anymore.
learned how to write in cursive.
Exactly.
Ah,
That part,
yep,
say that again, 100%. They don't
yep.
even teach cursive like that no more.
Nope, they
They
don't teach
don't.
it.
They don't teach
Yeah,
it.
They
they
just got
Uh,
stopped
this weird
teaching
math
cursive.
that's
But I remember
too
when I was
long.
in school, I learned how to write cursive. But nowadays, I think I forgot what year it was, but they literally stopped teaching cursive.
Mm-hmm.
Now we just got this weird math that takes too long.
Oh my
Yeah, like the
God.
math in school, like who the hell is about to be you? Who the hell? I've never had to find the X. I don't even have a like. I've never had to find the X anywhere in my
Got
life.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? I understand like putting it there for certain things like that, but how do you know? I don't ever have to do anything like that. All the stuff that we learned in school. You know what they are gonna have to probably learn that will be different from what we learned. They're gonna have to learn that now the Gulf of Mexico is the Gulf of America. I guess that would be the only thing that's different. Because what else? What else has like what?
Is there's
They
8 there's eight
they them
planets instead
gonna
of
have to
nine.
learn that.
Like how we learned there was 9 planets in the solar system. There's only 8 now. There's no Pluto left.
Oh, really? Pluto's gone.
All
Pluto's
of
Yeah,
a
they
gone.
sudden
kicked they
Pluto's
kicked
going. Like they
they
just
Pluto's
couldn't
gone.
keep up with Pluto no more.
They said Pluto's not a planet.
What? They lost it, or
I-
I think it's still there, but it's just not classified as a planet anymore.
all of a sudden. Okay.
All
well,
these,
I wonder what they gonna say when that earthquake hit and California fall off.
ooh
Because they've
Lord,
been talking about that earthquake that's supposed to be happening. That's like way
oh,
overdue for California for the longest amount of time.
them- we got people from Cali in here, don't we?
No, I'm playing Cali, but they literally they were saying that when I was a kid.
15 years, no Pluto. All I know, my kids came home and said something about that one day. I was like, oh, okay.
Tina, what you got to say on this?
public schools were never meant to cause you to be entrepreneurs.
That
It
part.
was it was given to you so you could work in society and make money for those who own businesses.
mm,
And
Yeah.
so when I mean initially they needed people to run the businesses to know different things, but
Uh-huh.
those things have been kind of um etched out by, AI and machinery and things of that nature. And so it's like you don't have the same need for people to be in certain places anymore. That's like how important the cashier was at one point in time. And it
Yep.
went from that to self checkout. It's like, so I got to pay and then take my own groceries. When it first happened, people were like, wow, no, they're not going to do that, and then the whole thing of punching in what the price of things were versus scanning them. Scanning was something that no one had ever heard of back
Right.
in the day, you know. Um, and so now you're talking about a system that's really, it's the same system that's rooted in making sure that you have enough workers to keep the financial ecosystem going within the country.
Yeah. So I mean, the self checkout. Some things might not scan correctly.
I
Let me
hate self
stop. Let me
checkout.
stop.
Oh my
I'm
god.
just playing. Somebody gonna
I
try to
do
get me.
not work here.
I'm just
Nah, but they got those they have those, what is, I don't know, I seen it like on TikTok or on Instagram or whatever, those stores where you don't even have to use the checkout. Once you pick it up and you walk out of the store, it
it's called the
automatically
self
like deducts from your account. Y'all seen that?
Or
Oh,
the carts that scan where you just put your groceries in the cart and
Yes, those two. Yeah.
it scans automatically. There are no workers in the store, only robots.
oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I could
I
see
think
that.
that
I
it
could
was
see that being for like, y'all know there's a whole new thing for 2030, right? Have y'all like actually seen that? There's about to be a whole new thing for 2030. Child, let's leave that for another live, child.
Yeah.
Well, we'll hear about it because y'all see my video. All these new conspiracy theorists, old content creators that they deleted off of YouTube are now all back on YouTube because they're trying to build their catalog view. I even think they're gonna get Nick Fuentes back. They're gonna get him before somebody else does because they want those views. They want those views and they want those advertiser dollars. But yeah.
Mm.
And they're talking about AI taking over. So that's another something for another day.
And I think that's the reason why they started to phase trades out of school was it was all about these different agendas. They had to stop teaching people how to do things because they just want to make money off of us. They don't want to pay us. So if we stop teaching them how to do these things and then we charge them how to charge them to learn how to do certain things, hence college, then we're going to make money. If we don't teach them financial literacy in high school, then all of these fools is going to sign up for these college loans that they're going to be stuck in forever, and that's money. And if we don't teach them stuff while they're young and allow for them to get lazy, then they are going to be ready to usher in all of this AI technology because they don't know how to do it and they don't want to do it. So it was all leading up to an agenda.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Get lost in the sauce. Pause. Um, it's pretty sad out here. I don't know how else to say it, but with the knowledge is out here. We just gotta believe in ourselves. Sometimes you might feel like it's better late than never, but you still have to get started or else you still going to continue living the same way we've been living for the past X amount of years. No, wait, that was an algebra type of thing. Never mind.
Look at
I
that.
get what I'm saying, man. Um, okay. What's up, Melinda? I see you in the chat. Thank
Hey,
you for joining.
Melinda.
Hey, Melinda.
Oh,
Mm.
so we got the course of ignoring red flags. We see the signs, we just convince ourselves they'll change. Ignoring red flags is often tied to waiting to see the best in people. Sometimes the lesson is learning to walk away sooner, Protecting your peace requires paying attention for the first time. Paying attention the first time. We done got so off topic, it don't even sound right. Read it the point.
I know.
No, it do sound right, honestly, because
It
I feel
does.
like red flags have a lot to do with child. I done seen so many red flags, and sometimes I just allow that person to like continue to move on that way. Not necessarily because I knew they was gonna change, but more so just to continue to just watch them to feel like okay, what's actually going on here to try to kind of see like like specific people it would be to see if they would actually change because I do know and I see the best in them and I'm hoping that one day they'll be able to see that too. But other times it's kind of more so of testing me and kind of just if you're going to continue down this road then we're going to play the game of where you're going to end and I can kind of see some ways we'll see which way it go. You know what I'm saying? Like roll the dice and see where it ends up rolling to, child. Because yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I think that sometimes people don't notice the red flags in society. It's getting harder and harder as it pertains to how to live, as it pertains to being able to just jump up, get a job, stack some money or what have you. There are red flags everywhere in every aspect of your life, including those that show up personally, in intimate relationships, business wise.
Uh-huh.
When you show up somewhere and it doesn't seem right, and there's no, it goes back to something I said earlier about second guessing yourself. You see the red flag, but instead of you proceeding with caution, if you're going to proceed with caution or make up your mind to proceed, or it's the thing of you go in blind, you go in blinding yourself, putting on those rose colored glasses, hoping that the best will come out of the situation, even though you've seen a gaping red flag waving you down.
Mm. Why gotta be
Yeah,
a gaping red flag though?
I think sometimes people like this is gonna sound, but whatever. People don't think that they may see a red flag, but they don't think it's gonna happen to them, right?
Yep.
So see how people treat other people in their face. They see it, or they've heard
Uh-huh.
about a situation in a past relationship. They heard that this person did whatever, but they just don't think that that's gonna be their story with that person.
Hmm.
So they know that there's red flags, but they just keep on. They just stay attached to that person until it happens to them, and they're like, "Damn!" And I'm like, "Well, they did it to so and so. They did it to all these other people. What you think? What you thought
You was gonna be different, right?
different?"
Man, coach. You ain't lying.
Bars.
Who's that texting?
Got quiet now. All right.
Jay calling people out. Who texted
Jay
me?
called him out. Yo, Jay got me weak.
Listening to see what letters y'all hitting, so we we listening to see what the text is about.
I know, right? All right, we got turning hindsight into foresight. Experience turns pain into prediction if you're paying attention. Wisdom is seeing a pattern before it repeats. Don't stay stuck replaying the past. Use it to rewrite your future. The goal is to live with intention, not regret. Oof. Yep, that part. Seeing the pattern before it repeats.
Know
Nah.
where you come from so you can know where you're headed.
That's true.
Mm, yep.
Because if you pay attention, like um, I don't know if I could say that. Well, I can use the analogy of I know some people
Mm-hmm.
who they owned all kind of houses. Were deep into real estate. Married couple. You know, they were taking all kind of trips and things. They had money stacked up everywhere, and at some point, they lost almost every house that they were in, except for the ones that they stayed in. They ended up separating and eventually divorcing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of those things of, even with what they had coming out of that, they lost that too. So the next generation of people, which was their children, saw their pitfalls, saw how they were so wasteful with their money, and going this place and going that place until they made up in their minds, because of how I saw them perform when they
Right.
had opportunity after opportunity to really be millionaires, if not multimillionaires. They
Mm-hmm.
squandered it, arguing, squandered it, going on a bunch of expensive trips and taking people and things of that nature. And then finally came to a place where the kids are like, I don't want that type of lifestyle. I would rather be frugal. I'd rather save. I'd rather make as much money as I can and put it up somewhere, rather than always trying to flex on somebody or get the newest car that's come out or the newest device or what have you. And
Mm-hmm.
so sometimes you have to be willing to say, my folks was messed up. I don't want to go that route. Therefore, I'm going to make steps and changes where I'm not in the same predicament as the people that was here before me.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's completely true. And I definitely agree. And that's one thing that's amazing about like the human race when it comes to like ancestors and being able to like have people that can develop things on top of things that were already developed. Like I had spoke about it before when it comes to inventions, how people use certain inventions and turn it into a new invention or add on to that invention and stuff like that, and just continue to just move forward in life. You know what I'm saying? People are sloppy with money. People are sloppy with money, child. But yeah, I think when you know what you finally want and you continue to try to like push forward to your goal, you're going to be able to succeed as long as you know that your vision in your mind is something that you want to be able to see happen. Because if you're going to continue to be around certain people that don't see that certain vision, they just continue to stay in the same placement, you're going to realize that everything around you is going to change, and it's going to change for the better. Or sometimes even it could be like some people end up on the top alone, but that's completely fine as long as you're going for what you're going for. But at the same time, some people be upset when they're at the top alone. That shit's kind of crazy too.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that are like, look at celebrities nowadays. I know when I be talking, that's why sometimes I'll be wanting to get on this panel because I be talking about one thing and then I go into something else. Like I'm literally about to make a whole U-turn. Let me just go ahead and stop myself while I see myself ahead. You see, pay attention. You see what I'm doing right now is exactly what you was just talking about at the
Red
beginning. You know what I'm
flag.
saying?
Red flag.
Child.
Nah, but it's all good, Jay.
Excuse me.
You be having a lot on your mind. It's all good though. It was good.
No,
See,
I'm
like,
really just one of those people that think of multiple things at the same time. Like I could be thinking of one thing, and that's why my topics of my conversations like change directions in every other way. Like no one can ever sit there and guess what I'm about to say because I'm thinking about so many other things. It just be so crazy.
right, right. Um, mm, let's see. Let's see. I guess we'll drop a question for everybody. What lesson from your past helps you make better choices today? Um, I don't know. When I figure that out, I'll let you guys know sometime in the future.
I know what one lesson I learned was not to go after the fast money. All money ain't good money. Every opportunity is not a good opportunity,
Mm,
regardless to who's offering it to you. And that's even when it comes to people who don't have bad intentions, mean well as it pertains to wanting to deal with you right. But sometimes it's not time.
Mm,
Sometimes it's not something you should be doing. Maybe somebody else should, but not you. Because depending on your makeup or depending on, whatever the circumstances, it just does not fit who you are as a person. And
right.
sometimes we have to be real about um, where our boundaries are or where our limitations are, and not try to make everything, oh, I can go and do this or I can take this on and be successful because that's not the case all the time.
Right.
Hmm. Absolutely. Dan said, "Fast money will always destroy you." Been there, done it. Yeah, he's not lying.
I think for me, it would have to be kind of what I was saying earlier, as far as kind of playing the back row to things. And I feel
Mhm.
like a lot of people don't really know my past when it comes to that. That was really heavy when I was growing up, playing the back row to people because I wanted to see people succeed so bad. And I feel like that is one of the main reasons why today I kind of push and I'm my biggest fan. Like Corey was literally talking about that in her life, but I talk about
Right.
that a lot and I push myself a lot. I be to the point where I be feeling like sometimes people get so irritated of me always patting myself on the back. I will always, because I feel like there was a time where I never did. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I'm like strong on that now. And I stand hard and I always remind myself to always like
Hmm.
remind myself that I am this golden star. I am, and I don't really care what anyone else says because I'm always going to be pushing people. But I always had to remember to push myself even harder than I'm pushing anyone else because even though
Amen.
I'm pushing people, they have people to push them, but there's no one really pushing me. You know
Yep.
what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yep.
So I always make sure to go 10 times harder for myself. And that's more so I feel like I'm pushing myself for all the times I never did and for now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I look at it and that's just how I'm always gonna move when it comes to that.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Jay. There's nothing wrong with bigging yourself up. There's
Big
absolutely
yourself up. Yep.
people people may
Big.
look at it as overconfidence or whatever. Who cares? Like honestly, who cares what people think? Who cares what people say? At the end of the day, if you can look at
Uh,
yourself in the mirror and be proud of what you've done, then go ahead and toot your own horn. Toot toot. Perfectly okay. Like
yeah.
I think a lot of times we get like people want to make themselves small because they don't want to seem braggadocious. They don't want to seem like they're putting other people down because they were able to do something. And I think there is a difference between being arrogant and being confident. There's definitely a difference. But if you don't shout for yourself, who gonna do it? Huh?
True.
Right.
Yes, you should be
Who's
your
gonna do
biggest
it?
cheerleader.
Yes.
Who is gonna do it? Like nobody.
Nobody.
People, there'll be people in your corner that, but after a certain time, like people get tired. Like they like, come on, like they're not always gonna, be there, or they have their own stuff going on, and they're not gonna be able to be your cheerleader for a time. So if you rely on that, then you're only going to be successful when you have a cheerleading squad behind you, and that's not going to happen all the time. There's going
Hmm.
to be times when ain't nobody clapping for you.
Man, coach, as much as I would love to disagree with you, you ain't lying.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Listen, I have lived it. I live it. Okay.
Well, coach, you know what you do? You big up yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Big up yourself every time.
I
Nah,
look
for real.
one lesson that I feel like I learned from in the past would be settling. Like in
Hmm.
the past, when I was younger, I used to settle knowing that there was more in me and I can do more, I can be more. I would settle. And it was like, it was laziness mixed with maybe a little, you know, not
Timid.
having the confidence that I needed
Hmm.
to be like, okay, I can do this. I know I have more potential than this. And you get comfortable in your ways. That's why it's not good to get comfortable. It's better to be uncomfortable because it pushes you to go harder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, this stream is making me comfortable, so I'm about to get uncomfortable. Let me stop.
You know what? Just that.
I think there was one more thing that I learned too, which
Yeah.
was how to how to navigate the space of rejection.
Mm.
Because people don't always receive you in the way that you desire, no matter how good your intentions are.
Pause.
Ooh.
Pause.
Shut up, elevated.
Hey.
The man mind, the man mind.
Right.
Uh, yeah, but it's a thing where you have to learn how to be okay with people not rocking with you, to be okay with people not desiring to support you, being okay with people walking away, and not taking it as personal as it's so easy to do, because a lot of times you'll see rejection as I'm not good enough, when in fact person might just not like whatever it is that I represent. It could be a thing of they don't like exactly what I have to offer. Everybody don't have to like my channel.
Right.
Everyone, I mean, my own voice gets on my nerves, but other people find it soothing. I can't stand to listen to my own playback. So when it comes to other people, you know what I'm saying, I don't like this or I don't like that, I have to be willing. I had to learn how over time, not necessarily when it comes to YouTube, because by the time I came here, I'd been through quite a bit where, as far as rejection was concerned, I wasn't worried about that. But the thing was, there was a time in my life where I had to learn how to shoulder other people's rejection without becoming a people pleaser or completely derailing what I had going on based on what I thought other people thought about it.
That's
I
word.
definitely agree with that for sure. And it's so crazy because I used to think that I was in like the wrong group of people. But
Mhm.
at the same time, I was like, "Well, these people have love for me or whatever." So I just kind of feel like it was always right. But I was right. I was in the wrong group of people because these people, yes, they do love me, but we're not really in the same mindset and we're not really looking to do the same things and stuff like that.
Right.
And you do have love for me, but you act a certain way that doesn't really
Right.
complement what I am. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I told my husband before I even got up on YouTube that I wanted to be able to find me a group of people that I would be able to like. What my kind of somewhat goal or dream that I seen for myself was, I think I had told this story to somebody on YouTube before, but was to find or basically like unite a group in a way, like unite a group and like to lead them in a certain direction. And it's crazy because this may not be what it is, but at the same time, it just feels like I'm in the right place. And this is kind of what it was. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy how like everything that just unfolded when I look at it, it's like surrounded by all of you guys, and it just seems like you guys, we're all different, but we have so much of the same type of goals and the same type of things that we want to be able to achieve when it comes to YouTube and sometimes other things in life. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just think that is so fly how like over time we would have never known that we would have met each other. And it's crazy because most of us, especially all of us that's on this panel right now, we haven't, well, not elevated, y'all. I'm at elevated. But, all of us on here, we've never actually met each other yet, but we connected with each other and it feels like we met each other. And we know each other so well to the point that
Mhm.
some people that's in our actual physical life don't even know certain things because we're so comfortable with each other like that. And that's the
Right.
good thing about us being distant but still being so close at the same time. Because people get comfortable being able to talk to strangers. You're able to say certain things to strangers that you probably wouldn't be able to say to someone that you know in your life because they look at you a certain way or they're going to judge you a certain way. But when you talk to strangers, you ain't got to have to worry about that because it's just a different type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's so fly, but it's crazy because I don't look at y'all as strangers at all. I literally look at y'all like y'all are family. Like I'm talking about each individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's crazy how it is. Like it's almost like we're this like huge team, and we're literally everybody can literally put each person in a certain like position to make sure that the team moves in the correct way to continue to move up, almost like how ants do when they find their when they find whatever food they want and they have to take it back to their tunnel or whatever. Y'all ever seen ants move together the way they do to take whatever
Yeah.
food it is? Like
Yeah.
there's one person that's literally leading. They have the person that goes out and find the food, and then that person has to go back and tell their people, and then they all go and they find this thing.
in a
And
lot.
you know, it's like you everybody knows how to move, and I feel like we are so in sync in a way that we don't even have to talk to each other to know who's in what position. Everybody just knows how to act, but still respects the person next to them. Like we all like are. It's crazy, but I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like a fine oil machine, we learn
Pause.
how to function, you know. No
I was
pause.
gonna say that, but pause. I was
I
great
mean, we do
minds though, but
function
pause.
cohesively. We function
Right.
cohesively together, without everybody bull guarding and, knocking each other over. We, instinctively, when one person pauses, the other person stops, and it just happens so instinctively. I understand what Jay is saying totally.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Uh how does the saying go? United we stand, divided we fall.
Hey.
For
You
real.
know, I feel like that's what this is. Whatever this is, because
Yeah, what Jay said, whatever we are.
that part we
And
like.
it's so dope to see how it's evolved too. And to see like every time like a new person comes and how they're received. A new person comes and how they're received. Pause. But it's
Nah,
really
it's
it's cool to see because like when we like let's think about this started back in March, right? And just
Mhm.
like all the folks that came on to the team and people that well we thought they was gonna come on the team but then they're gone, but we're still going, we're still strong. It's really cool. It's cool to be a part of it for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I
You know,
definitely feel you. This more so really honestly started in January. I feel
Well,
like the
yeah.
name of it started in March. But yeah, for me, I definitely would have to say this started in January for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I definitely feel you, Coach, for real. And it is amazing being able to see how when new people come into it, how they
Yeah.
are received. But what's also more interesting than that is seeing what placement they take. That's the
Yeah.
thing that's the kicker for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And
right.
if they read the room, you know what I'm saying, and say, okay, I
Mhm.
get what's going on here. We
Mhm.
content creators first. Uh-huh.
Right.
And they get on that content creation and take off. Oh man, I love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love to see that.
The fuck? Oop, said that out loud.
And that's just like, sorry, elevator.
Nah, go
That's
ahead.
just like, I always, when it comes to that, when it comes to like talking about new people and just like talking about how they are received, like we just talked about in their placement, it's like, I just always have to go back. So, like, the first person I think about when it comes to that is I always think about Tina. Like, it's so
Mm-hmm.
crazy because it's true. Like, some people feel like, but you have to have probably been there for a long time to be. No, you don't,
Mm-mm.
because
Mm-mm.
Tina hasn't been here for that long. And she is, when I tell you, a frontline motherfucker. If y'all don't know what the front line mean, y'all better go back to a few of my lives from back in the day,
Word.
child. You know what I'm saying? A frontline person. And it's crazy to me because Tina is literally in here as if she has been in here since we put this thing together. Like that's how like solid she is in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But she
Yeah.
put herself there and anybody else can put herself there. And then look at when it comes to like Epi and Britt and even Melinda. You know what I'm saying? From being up on here. And I know this is something that we talked about before. I just feel like it always ends up leading back into that conversation. But it's just real. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Put yourself in certain spaces to be able to get yourself seen and to be
Mm-hmm.
able to stand your ground. Because
Yep.
at the end of the day, we're content creators, and that's what majority of us want. When we go live, we want to see certain people up in our stuff. When we
Mhm.
post a video, we want to see certain people watching. And it's not just certain people, you want to see numbers, but at the same time, to be honest, you do want to see certain people sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because they just make it feel that much better.
Right.
I feel you.
Right.
That's the thing about the grind. You have to keep going.
Mhm.
And once you make up your mind that this is what I'm after and I'm going for it with everything in me, that's exactly what you see. You see production, you see progress, and you see a person that's willing to do, take on whatever it takes to get there. And I
Mhm.
appreciate you, Jay, for saying that because again, I've been working hard, been
Mhm.
going nonstop. I think I'm in my September, October. Now I'm in November, putting up something every day ever since September, stepping up September. So you're talking about, and I'm gonna be continuing to go on through December just because I'm after it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so it's one of those things of, yeah, it can be done, but it comes with sacrifice. I'm tired sometimes. I don't feel like doing it sometimes. Sometimes I have higher energy than other days, but I still keep going and keep pushing and keep pressing. And you all are a testimony of what it looks like when you can continue to put up numbers, you continue to progress and move forward. I'm just trying to catch you all.
Yeah.
Me too. Shit. I mean, nah.
It's a longevity thing too,
Mm-hmm.
because there's been people like, because we just in our community, I'm just speaking of, like, there's been people that was going super hard for like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
while, and then now you don't see them going as hard because they burned themselves out. So
Yep.
you want to go hard, but do what you can do for the long term. Like, think about long term. Like, can I keep this up for the long term? Or don't think about it as like, I'm just going hard to get to
To
X.
get there. Right. Right.
Like, you gotta be able to stay that way, keep it consistent, because we've seen that too. We've seen people that was going super hard, and then you don't see them going hard no more. They done burned themselves out.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing about knowing how to pace yourself and
Yeah.
understanding what you can and cannot take on. Some people can know they tired and still be trying to do more than what they can actually do. And that's how they end up suffering burnout. I'm like, yeah, am I tired? Yes. But
Mm.
do I still have something in me in the tank? Absolutely.
Mhm.
It's no different than when you have a person that's exercising and yeah, they're tired. They tired of doing them jumping jacks. They tired of. I've seen you coach. Have been in your live when you on whatever that little thing is, that stair step and leg swinging, whatever that thing, the machine you're on. And a lot of times I like to, just to watch you because you push through, though
Uh,
you're tired. You feel the burn, but you keep pushing through. And
yeah.
that's motivation to keep going, even though you feel the pain, even though you are tired, even though you are already sweating and you've
Mhm.
been going for a long time. You keep pushing to get through to the goal that you have set. Do you
Yes.
have another, and you set another goal for the next time you go in there, and then you
Mhm.
set another goal for the next time that you're going in there. So you have your short term goals and you have your long term goals. But if you don't have a plan for these things, that's when you start to see the burnout.
Yeah. There's a saying that says, when you reach to the top of the mountain, find another mountain. And
Mm.
that replays in my head every day. Like, every single day. The grind will never ever stop.
Right.
Like, that's just how I thank God that I have that fire in me. Not everybody has that. And I know that just from being a coach and coaching other people,
Mm.
and how they let little setbacks stop them. Like, and I'm like, come on, man, like, go around that roadblock, jump over that bitch. Oop, I'm sorry. Jump.
Nah, you good. Yeah, yeah, you good.
Like, don't let it stop you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You're gonna be tired. Like, if you're tired, do it tired. Like, the fuck. Like, being tired Yes, everybody gets tired. Everybody gets worn out. Everybody has days when they don't feel like it. But if you stop every single time you don't feel like it, well, then you might as well give up, because you ain't gonna never. You How many times do you actually really feel like it? That's rare. It's rare.
You ain't lying.
That's
So
so
if you
true.
only do it when you feel like it, oh, forget it. You might as well hang it up. You got to do it tired. You got to do it when you got cramps. You got to do it when you're not feeling so good, if you want it. And then
And I really like that.
you can't
Um,
get mad when you see other people succeeding.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it when they're tired. They're doing it when whatever. They're doing it. If they say they're gonna be there every day, then they're gonna be there every day.
Right.
Period.
I really like the quote that you used. I think that was so dope. I think I heard it before, but I feel like I heard it a
I
different
play it
way.
at the beginning of class sometimes, hoping that
Yeah.
people log on early so they can hear it. He said, when you reach the top of the mountain, find another mountain. Ooh, that's a bar.
Yeah, it really is.
Ah, that's fire though.
I
Like,
love that a lot.
And the way he said it,
Mm-hmm.
he be like, when you reach the top of the mountain, find another mountain. And I'm like, yes, I will find another mountain.
yo,
Oh
yo,
my God,
Coach
you know
me
what?
some
That just kind of
questions,
reminded
yo.
me of this video that I seen on YouTube. I don't know if y'all seen it, but it was basically this comedian guy, and he was basically trying to relate the roller coaster to life. And oh no, no, no.
No,
Was it
that's at
that?
the
Or
beginning.
no, that was the song.
That's the
That was
beginning
that
of the
song by Rick Ross, wasn't it?
by Wale and Usher.
Yeah, Wale.
There's
That was the beginning of that song.
uh-huh.
Y'all remember that when he talked
Yes,
about that? Y'all ever seen the video? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I know you know what I'm talking about, Coach.
yeah.
That is just like the most beautiful thing ever. Like it was so cute, but it's so
Mm-hmm.
real. Like the way that he
Mhm.
compared like marriage to a roller
Mm-hmm.
coaster. He was like, the beginning is like going up the roller coaster, and then you get to the top, and then you scream, and
Right.
then it's just downhill from there. You know what I'm talking
Right?
about? Like, like what the heck? That's literally kind of how it is, though. But man, it's
I
crazy how
love
things
that's one of
are.
my favorite songs. I love that song.
I love that song too.
It's fire.
Yeah, I love
But
being able. I feel like I can honestly like I feel like I done watched so many people in this community grow from so many different like aspects of like how they were in the beginning. I feel like I can literally make a freaking video out of it. Like it's
you
so insane. Like just like seeing all of that. Like just thinking about it. Like one person I'm thinking about right now is Trisha Nicole. It's
oh my
insane to think of her going like
I don't
people
want to
that
go
are just now
live.
getting to meet her,
I don't want to
they're
go
seeing
live.
her always on live to the point that I get on live and I be on someone else's live, then I jump on her live for a little bit, then I get off of her live and go on someone else's live. And when they live is finished, I'll be like, damn, this girl's still live. And some
yo,
people will probably think that too because she be on live for hours. Y'all be like, damn, she don't get tired of live. But y'all had
no.
to understand there was a point in
Which
time
where
in the
she came
beginning,
from?
Trisha was scared to
She
go
scared to
live.
hit the
She
go
was
live button.
terrified
And
to
isn't
go
that
live.
dope? That's so
That's
and it's so oh my God, like I can't even like
I don't want to go live.
Yeah.
it's
I
I
so
don't,
it's so
ain't gonna lie. That shit used to
work.
piss me off. I used to be
oh,
like, shut the
Trisha,
fuck
man,
up.
you better
Like,
go hit
get
that
on
damn
live,
go live
nigga.
button,
Y'all know
Trisha.
I asked Trisha to
Get
be
on
on because
live
let me tell
now.
you,
What?
when I ask people to be on 20 questions with Jay, I like to
Mhm.
ask them when I first meet them because not only is it in the beginning where I don't really know you, so I can really ask the questions I want to ask because I don't know you yet, but it's also to leave a standpoint on when I met you. If you go through my playlist of 20 questions with Jay, it's literally in order from how I literally like met people. You know what I'm saying? Like in the order of that. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that are more so last are the people that literally kind of came in last. But some of it at the end is kind of like messed up because I met them a while ago. They was just too scared to get on 20 questions with Jay. So
Right.
they kind of messed up that order. You know what I'm saying? But it's literally kind of in the order of how I met you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is just so like I think that whole thing is really just so fly, but it's so
Mm-hmm.
dope seeing everybody like everybody can talk about like not everybody, but a lot of us, you know,
Mhm.
that were here from the jump can all talk about Elevated. And that's why we just
Ah,
so proud of
that
Elevated
panel.
hosting this panel, because that's why we go so hard on
Yes.
speaking about it, because y'all don't even understand. Like, there was a freaking live Elevator did back in January where this nigga almost made me want to cry. He was sitting there on live talking about, man, this is Are You Locked In? They say that we united, but I don't really feel like we united. I'm just sitting here by myself, and like so sad, and just seemed like he was going through like his own little internal rant, but literally doing it on live. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like so crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, yo, this is like so insane. I can't believe
Mm-hmm.
like how he's just sitting here, like how a lot of people probably have felt at one point in time, that felt like they were like outsiders, even though they felt like there was an Are You Like That, they didn't feel like they was, because they wasn't getting like this type of recognition, or they wasn't like, nobody was really feeding into them. That's kind of how he was feeling. To now, when you look at him, you will be like, but how does this guy always have everybody on his channel? Like, it's crazy when you see where he has come from to where he is
It's
now.
dope.
It's insane. And you
It's
know,
dope.
that's another reason why when I like look at Tina, it's crazy, because she goes so hard for herself that she kind of
Yep.
skipped over that. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
goes so hard for herself. She doesn't have that type of thing. She kind of skipped over that, which is fire. And I love that so many people have seen me in the beginning, because they know how hard I went. And that's why when I be like
Mm-hmm.
posting my shit, posting it back to back, I literally be proud of myself when I do that shit, because I
Mm-hmm.
went so motherfucking hard for myself. Like,
Yes.
literally posted every single day for
Mm-hmm.
124
Your
days. It would have literally
streaks.
been
Remember
longer.
your streaks, Jay?
Yes, when I was doing my streaks, I put from the very first video that I posted on YouTube, I posted every single day for 124 days. Videos, not lives. It's hard to post videos every single day. It's
Every day.
easy to push a button to go live and push a button to end the live. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was difficult. And I would have probably continued on if I didn't get arrested. You know what I'm saying? So, and then everybody knows that story too. If
Yeah.
anybody was to ask you, Jay, why did your streak stops? They all know that. Y'all remember when I was on Kenny K's interview and she asked me why I stopped the streaks, but then all of a sudden I hear her and she was like, no, you ain't got to explain that. No, we're not talking about that. Like, it's crazy to see how it's like, that's why I love it, because that's why I love when people really make content for real, especially videos for real, because we really get to see a side of you that we don't really get to see, and people
Right.
are really able to see like a different side of your story that is just so fly, like doing the lives, which is completely amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's your way of connecting with people, but your videos is really like letting us into your life. Like, it's
Yeah.
kind of like, it's, you know what I'm saying, it's
Mm-hmm.
different. Like, it's crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying. When I'm on lives and I be vibing with y'all, and if I was just doing that, y'all wouldn't know my family. Y'all
Right.
know Jayla is
Right,
the star of the
right,
show.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how that is. Like, that's crazy. It's so insane. But I love it. I love all of it. I love all
Yeah.
of it. Like, just everything. You know what I'm saying? Even down to the source. When me and Source like first got connected, it was so insane. Source was kind of building his own community and I was building my own community. But we kind of had this like, I don't know, we had this type of like vibe with each other. And it was different from like any other vibe I had with anyone else. It just kind of gave like, it was kind of like seeing a captain of a ship, seeing a captain of a ship. That's the
Mm-hmm.
type of vibe we had in the beginning of our relationship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And I thought that was so fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was really dope. We have like a different type of bond, which is insane. But man, yeah, I just really love everybody. I love being able to see. That's why I was so excited for Brit when I seen Brit post that freaking post that she did when she went live and she got more than 2,000 views. I was so excited for her
Well,
because she has been on live for so many times and has
Right.
sometimes gotten less than 100, less than 50 views. To finally see that
Mhm.
she's actually like getting the hang of doing lives a bit more, being more. When I was on her live recently, she was communicating with the chat. She was keeping active with what she was doing. She was
Mhm.
multitasking. Sometimes people don't understand when you're doing a live,
Mhm. Yeah.
you have to get over certain things. You can't just get on live and think you about to just be talking, 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 and not know how to engage with your audience, not know
mm-hmm.
how to change topics, not know when it's time to get off of something. Like, it's a whole different thing. You have to really catch the vibe, feel the vibe, and you have to learn how to control the room. It's
Right.
a different thing. Like, it's
Yeah.
amazing. I love it. I love
Same.
everything about everybody's growth. Like, it's incredible. Like, and don't even get me started on my girl Tiff, because I don't know what the hell done happened for Vlogtober. Child done kicked her into another room. I'm like, child,
She's
like
doing big.
what? Oh my, and don't even get me started on Corey, child. Corey used to freaking, y'all think Elevator used to go on rants? Corey, y'all be seeing Corey sometimes go on her little rants. Corey used to go on rants. Every other video was a video of her complaining, child. Like, oh my God, this girl can win a award for freaking complaining. She used to complain all the freaking time because she knew she was that girl. And I feel
Yeah.
like that will always play in my mind. She literally did a live like, I'm really that girl. You know what I'm saying? She was like, y'all don't even know I'm really that girl. And now when we literally look at her editing, we are like in awe. Like when we
Yeah,
look
Hmm.
at Corey's editing, we are in awe. Like it's
yeah,
insane. Like we know this girl is gonna be in movies. You know what I'm saying? Like directing
Yes.
movies. And we
uh-huh,
know when she puts her hands on it, it's going to be ridiculous. And now
Hmm.
when we see when she was talking about standing up in that standing in front of the camera talking about I'm really that girl. Y'all don't even know I'm really that girl. Because she used to be so mad that her videos used to get like 30, 20 views and stuff like that.
uh-huh,
And her videos were good as hell, just like how they are now. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? It's just even better now because as time goes on, we get better at perfecting our craft, especially when we really want to see it get better. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I think that is just so fly.
Hmm.
I really, really love like everything about like everybody in their journey, especially when they're people that are really pushing themselves. I love individuals that push themselves. Like
Yes.
it's
Me.
something about that for me that I absolutely love, especially when it comes to something that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I love being like I love that so bad. Like I
Yeah.
just absolutely do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I respect you respect it because you know that that grind is serious. You know what I mean. So when you see somebody else out there grinding, you like yes, yes. I love to see it.
Mhm.
You two humbled all of us.
Oh, YouTube most definitely help a lot of us,
Hmm.
child.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna put out one video a week and I was just gonna blow up, be monetized in no time.
I think we all probably thought that a
I
little bit.
definitely didn't think that. I definitely didn't think that. I kind of just
Oh man.
I didn't
I,
know what I wasn't thinking anything. I was kind of honestly for me when I first started YouTube, I was coasting. I
hmm.
was
Right.
coasting in the mud, posting my videos, just doing what I need to do, just coasting and just seeing people connect to me. That's why I thought it was just so fly how I like look at everyone that I have gotten in
Mhm.
contact with because majority of y'all, there's only like I had told this before, there's only a few people that I connected with, but majority of y'all found me through the YouTube algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like found my video and connected with me in that way. And then I got to notice you in my comments and I comment
Mhm.
with you that way. But the people that I actually seen, like Damo, I didn't see Damo in the algorithm. I seen him because he posted a video about Dodash and another guy pretty much reacted to his video like look at
Oh
this nigga always over here talking about this girl like and he had a lot of views like 200,000 views on his video
wow.
talking all about Damo. I had to go over there and see who the hell this nigga was and that's how I met Damo. You
That's
know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
that's
Mm-hmm.
dope.
Stash, he found me in the
Stash.
algorithm. Yeah, Stash found me in the algorithm. And he was like,
Mm,
Stash was so fond of how I was growing in the algorithm. He said when he made this was on his old channel, when he make it to 1,000 subscribers, he wants to interview me. That would be like his like goal of reaching 1,000. Like that's how big I was when I was literally coming up in the YouTube streets, literally. You know what I'm saying?
dope.
Like the shit was so fire like
Hmm.
everything about it. Queen found me. I don't remember like when it was that we actually connected, but she found
Mhm.
me and was connected with my videos and just watched my videos. But we didn't like really connect like that until I started commenting back on like my videos in the comment sections of my videos. I started commenting
Mhm.
back to her. That's how I found her. Supreme. I found him because I was on King Explicit channel. He was on live and he hadn't gone live. That was my first time ever seeing him go live, King Explicit. and Supreme was in the channel, and I was just like, who the fuck is this rowdy ass nigga just always commenting, like saying all this shit? Like literally,
That's
that's literally how I was. I was like, who the fuck this nigga think he is? Because King Explicit, when I met King Explicit, he was like at the top of his game. You know what I'm saying? When you really like,
yeah.
he was kind of up there. His name was up there with like Dodash and shit like that. And there was this other man, what's his, there was another man that was being called. His name was like Faith of something. I don't remember, but it was some man who got his channel deleted or something. I forgot his name, but it was Dodash. It was that man, and it was King Explicit. So I was
Dash
like,
of
King
faith.
is Dash of Faith. Yes, there was a man called Dash of Faith that was like, it was the three of them. They were like the big three on YouTube at the time. And so when I got on King Explicit, I was like, oh my God, it's King Explicit. I was like fanning over him in a way. And then Supreme over there just talking all the time. Who the fuck you think you are disrespecting this man? That's literally how I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? So King Explicit was like, yo, Jay, you and Supreme need a link. And that's like ever since then, we've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
twins.
That's
Literally. That's how me and Supreme
dope.
got connected through King Explicit. And child, everyone else is kind of history. I met Coach because she knew Queen and Queen had found me. So I met Coach through Queen. And that's
Mhm.
how I had interviewed her. And after that, like just everything kind of just unfolded through that. I was doing 20 questions with Jay, and everyone I interviewed was getting connected to everyone that was already in my community. You know what I'm saying? And we literally built Are You Locked In off of my community that I built. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that I was like everything about it was just so fly. That's why I'm saying I love the order of how I did Are You Locked In? Not Are You Locked
Right.
In. 20 Questions with Jay, because it really does show how I met everyone in the time span of when I met everyone and stuff like that. And it
Mhm.
shows the people that aren't here that was here. Like Too New for You or So It Seems. She doesn't do YouTube at all.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, I reached out to her because I'm doing a re-up, and she was the first person that I interviewed on 20 Questions with Jay. And I asked her, "Hey, I'm about to start the re-up. Did you want to go ahead and be a part of the re-up?" And she was like, "No, I don't do YouTube no more. I actually deleted the app off my phone altogether." I was like, "Damn."
Wow.
See?
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
we need to do a
You
memory
still
lane
doing
one of these
it?
days.
So
Like,
Corey, I met Corey's another person. So I found Corey in the algorithm when she put that video out that
mm,
got 4.1K views. I seen her
wow,
then. So I connected with her as far as subscribing, but I wasn't connected with her.
right.
I just seen her and I was like, I'm gonna keep you here because I like you. You know what I'm saying? And then it turned out to more so of her seeing me. And it turned out to kind of be like that. I was kind of more so going to her shit because I really fucked with her. But
Hmm.
Corey wasn't really doing the whole community thing. She was really kind of doing her own little thing. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So I was still messing with her because I was like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Me, I don't know. I have a thing for pretty girls. I just do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So I
me
was really
too.
just on her page because I was like, damn, she's fine.
Me too.
So it was just like, yeah, you
I
know what
like
I'm
pretty
saying?
girls too.
Yeah.
All right. Nah, that's dope though. We gotta do a memory lane one of these days.
Hmm. Then we could get everybody that was like there in the original thing on the panel.
I mean, we can only get 10 people up here, but why not? Why not? But it's like, do I do it from this page? Do I do it from the
Well,
other
you could do your
page?
own page for shits and giggles. The
Okay.
original page.
Like, everybody we had everybody come up and tell a story about just a community interaction or something like a memory, just like Jay is doing. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. I'm gonna set something up. And we almost had 2 hours. And it's only 10 o'clock. Sheesh. Nah, this was definitely dope though.
It was.
Uh, I gotta see if I'm gonna walk out this job in the morning.
So you
Like,
really thinking about it?
bro, I'm about to call you bro. No, like I literally I took my badge, like, yo, here, I quit. Whoa, whoa, E, whoa, whoa. I quit. F this. F this.
Child, because y'all don't even understand. I told this on my live early this morning. When we went to Florida, because I originally was gonna go to Florida because me and Lunar were gonna meet up so we can actually do Kinky Infusions together live and surprise everybody doing it live. But I didn't want to drive to Florida by myself, and that's why I reached out to Elevator to see if he can come with me. So he
Mm.
drove from North Carolina to Georgia, and it was a 6 hour drive. So I drove all the way to Florida and everything or whatever. And then driving back, child, I really didn't want to leave. I was just enjoying kissing me so bad. So I was like, I ain't even gonna lie, I was like a little bit stalling, child. I was taking my pictures. I wanted to order a little bit more food. Lunar and her boyfriend had already left and they went to the amusement park or whatever. We were supposed to be on the road and leaving by now. But child, it was like probably an hour later than we ended up leaving. So I'm driving whole way trying to hurry the hell up. This nigga over there just looking stressed out. I'm like, damn, I really got him messed up. And then on top of that, I didn't find out until like damn near that Sunday that he was actually supposed to be working on Monday. I didn't even know that. He said that he had told me, but it must not have registered in my mind or something. I think I was just too
Selective
focused on
hearing.
kissing me. You know, I was too focused on like the vacation, child.
Hmm.
I wasn't thinking about his job. He had to work in the morning and he had just started and he had been and he was so excited about this job. Like, y'all don't even understand. He had called me days prior and had told me that he got the job, or told me that no, he had told me that he just got emailed back from the job. And he was just so excited because it was paying so much more and he was going to be doing so much less and all type of stuff like that. And I was really excited for him. But coming back from kissing me, freaking driving 6 hours and then we leaving late on top of that, child, literally only made one stop and I didn't even have to stop because I filled the tank up.
Mm.
I literally could have drove all the way home for him to, child, I literally peed on myself and everything trying to get this nigga to get to his job on time. You know what I'm saying? Just for this nigga to be sitting here today talking about he want to quit. That's the thing. That's the reason why I'm kind of irritated off the fact, like, nigga, I fucking
Wait a
nigga. Like
minute.
I don't this is like my first time hanging with you for real, for real. Like, yes, we did hang the first time. That was for like an hour and a half or 2 hours dang there, but not really. Like we went and got a whole Airbnb, spent the entire weekend together. I'm in this car. I literally had to change out of my pants and my fucking panties, child. I'm pissed all over myself. In front of elevated. In front of elevated.
Mhm.
To get this nigga to get to his job on time, just for him to be fucking telling me in my ear that he wants to quit.
Hmm.
Oh,
Babylon.
listen, this is outside of my control.
How?
You want me to quit the job or you want me to die from stress? I mean, unalive from stress.
I don't want you to do any of that, but I would hope that you being grown as hell would find another job before you leave a job because then we're gonna be hearing about how you stressed out and ain't got the money for bills. Where you think it's
Oh,
gonna come from?
I'm gonna go
He
back
gonna
to
be on
North.
YouTube
No, the
streaming
hell you're not
I'm
24
about
gonna,
to go back
hours
to
a
North
day.
Dakota.
I'm gonna go back to North Dakota. All I gotta do is make a phone call.
You
Hey, listen,
hated
I'm
North
coming back.
Dakota. What are you
You
talking
literally was so
about?
irritated with that job up there.
Well, I got it in my. I see that's
You
gonna sound
hated
big.
North
I got
Dakota.
it in
Now
my back pocket. You
Island.
know, if
You
times
wild.
get hard, hey, listen, I'll be there.
So where are you gonna go and stay? Didn't you get rid of your apartment?
Yep, I'm gonna go
Elevated.
find a cheaper apartment.
This guy, you're not listening. He don't want to listen, Jay. All right.
And then you wanna go there when it's about to get freezing cold.
He
He
hated.
just
Remember he
going
used to
being
complain about
bullheaded.
damn.
Yes, he used to freaking complain about North Dakota. Oh, there's
And now he's
nothing to
talking about, I go
do
back
up
to North
here.
Dakota.
Oh, the girls up here ain't nothing. Oh, da 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 da. All type of stuff.
And now you talking about, I'll
Listen,
be going
everybody
to North
that's watching,
Dakota.
don't listen to them.
What? You used to complain all the time about North
It's
Dakota.
not. It's not true. It's their word versus mine.
All the time about North Dakota. Now you talking about going back to North Dakota. Cut it out.
If I need to work, I know where I could go work at. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you just thinking about that, right? You're not really thinking though, because you don't like North Dakota.
I don't like old stubborn people at work either. That
You gonna let him run you out of your comfort? That don't make no
no,
sense.
I'm gonna let him run me to punch him in his. I mean, never mind.
You ain't punching nobody.
So, yeah, okay. You right, Cole.
Don't punch it. Like what? Okay, go back to North
You
Dakota. We don't want to hear it. How about that?
that part. Heard you, coach.
That didn't work.
I hear you, Coach.
You do not want to go back. You really didn't like it there, elevated. I think right now because what's
Still don't
happening.
like it there. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know.
I would prefer for you to be down south, like where you are right now.
See if you could find something else, like in the area, instead of having to go all the way back to. Remember your that drive elevated.
I don't
I'm
mind driving.
saying,
I don't mind
I'm
driving.
saying, like, coach, like,
I don't mind
I
driving.
feel like you don't understand. It feels like we went through all of
We
this
went
with you.
through with
Like
him.
Y'all
we've
did.
it
Y'all
feels like
did.
we've
Like
been through all of
harassing,
this
like
with you.
Yeah,
stressing
all
You
us
know
right.
what I'm
out,
saying?
back.
It kind of feels like you're dragging us along. That's literally what it feels like.
And I'm like, now you talking about going back. What?
Let's just say this, right? If I was to try to find another job in the area,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking a 50% pay cut.
Damn,
50%.
that's kind of big. Ooh, that's kind of big.
You're a freaking mess.
That's what she said. No, it's not.
Shut the hell up.
Like
I was
it,
gonna say something, but I ain't even about to say that.
oh, man.
Nah, but I mean, I feel. I know what it's like when you at a job you really don't want to be at. I feel you, but just think about the logistics of it all.
Yeah, yeah, right. I didn't say I wasn't going to work tomorrow. It's just they know that we need to be separated.
Mm,
I'm tired of going through the same things over and over and over again.
mm,
That's all. That's all I'm saying. You know, a grown man gonna talk to me like a grown man.
mm.
You respect me, I respect you. That's it. And the respect is not there. That's all I'm saying. The job loved me though. Calling all of them F bombs I dropped. I should have been walked up out of there. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Mm.
But yeah.
Do you think that everything you're going through has like is teaching you like a lesson that you're supposed to learn?
I mean, I'm sure there is a lesson. I don't think I'm thinking of the right lesson, honestly. Cause in my mind, it's like handle that the first time, but I'm pretty sure that ain't the lesson.
No, I don't think that's the lesson.
Are you saying, as far as when you said handle that the first time, you're saying like let them know how to speak to you or something like that the first time? Like interacting with whoever this
Um,
person is,
when
your
when the
manager or whatever?
no, it's not. It's a coworker. But like once the disrespect comes, just go ahead and um, lay hands on them. I know that's not the answer. I
I
know.
know
I know. I know it's not.
that's not the answer. That's not the answer. But what can the job do about it? Like, can they keep y'all separated?
They were supposed to do that before. Um, they were supposed to move him to a different job. I would have been cool if they moved me to a different shift so I could trade my stocks during the day.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's not.
when it was time for them to move him, like I think he really told him like, "Oh well, that's not what I was hired for, so I'm not moving anywhere." So then that's when they pulled me to the side and said, "Could y'all just get along? Y'all don't say anything to each other because we got to get these parts built."
So are they not able to move you to a different shift?
I've asked him that.
And what they're pretty much just saying no.
I am him when it comes to work. Cause I told him, I said, y'all can have him, let him stay. I'll go ahead and walk out the door. He's like, no, 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 no. We'll move him. We'll move him. I said, okay. Just promise us you'll come back tomorrow. I said, okay.
So Tina, what do you think about this whole situation with Elevated's work? How do you see this and examine this?
Um, when you're in a situation that you feel like is beyond your control, and you've come to a place where you've done everything that you can
Mhm.
to rectify the situation, to remove yourself from the threat, remove yourself from the situation that continues to happen. One or two things is going to happen. Either you're going to found somebody, uh, meaning you will be pushed to assault, or it's a thing where um, you leave, you completely remove yourself from the situation. Um, Sometimes we have to be honest and say, I'm too sensitive to what this person is doing to continue to work with them. And because of that, I'm either going to have to leave this job if I cannot remove them. Because what you don't want to do is continue to stay there and prepare to go to jail,
Right.
prepare to go, and not only lose your livelihood, but also lose in so many other ways as well.
Right.
Um, we always try to follow after peace with all men. We try to lead forward with, I respect you, I need you to respect me. So therefore, I'm going to offer my respect first. But in certain situations, there is no peace to offer because
Mhm.
the other individual continues to be how they are.
Right.
Um, I just understand that unless you're the type of person that is really patient, um, it can really look like a no-win situation. And so all I could tell you is, as much as I would like to say, stay there and take it, truth be told, sometimes that's bringing more stress on you than just walking away. Because if you believe in your skill set and if you believe in what you're doing, or you believe in the skills that you have of yourself, then at some point you will be able to bounce back. The thing is, are you prepared for it financially? Are you prepared for it emotionally? Are
Right.
you prepared for it mentally to possibly not be able to find the replacement for your revenue? And so I feel like as long as a person has a clear conscience about the decision they're making and they're putting themselves in a position to be able to bounce back, then, by all means, do what's best for you.
Damn.
You know what's interesting, Tina? I feel like you should start another show, and your
Tell
show should be about it should be somewhat of like you having people sign up or you picking them each week and have like probably have it like one show a week or something. And it should be allowing people to say what their problem is and have a group of people that's on there. Like it could either be you or elevated, but I feel like more so. I think
Mhm.
it would be dope if it was the both of y'all in a way. Y'all don't
Team
want to team up
game
and
up.
do a show together. I think that'd be kind of fly and like answer people's problems. Like if we all had a situation because we all like family here.
Right.
Sometimes when you're thinking of your own problem, you go the wrong way because you're doing it the wrong way or you're going off of one emotion and we
Right.
all know each other so well. Like I feel like I could sit here and be like, "The coach, you shouldn't do that because you're always overworking yourself or whatever." and she's trying to just get something done. Like we can all literally sit here and like break down so many different things, and when you hear so many different perspectives from people that actually do care about you, it's so fly. Like people would tune into something like that.
Intervention sessions with Tina Mo.
I love it.
Tina Mo, help me. I like Tina Saved My Life too. That was a good title.
Yes, I like that.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, yeah, we rolling along. What up, Zoe?
Oh wow, Hazel.
Hey,
So
so
so popped out late.
What's goody, Zoe?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm going to go to work in the morning. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. Lord knows. All right, y'all. It's 10:30. So
Wrap it up.
yeah, we about to. All right, we got hindsight shows us what we couldn't see in the moment, but foresight is what keeps us from repeating it. Reflect, apply, and rise higher because every lesson has a purpose if you let it guide you forward. Yeah, so you could have been anywhere in the internet streets, but you're here, and we appreciate y'all for that. Everybody have a great night. I'll see you guys in the next one. Everybody on panel, I need to talk to y'all real quick.
All right.